is Sven covering today? Always an interesting question. Always something exciting and wonderful. Um, my computer has been a little bit less than fully cooperational today. But to answer the question, we're going to be doing some things from scratchy because my group is returning to the city of Nashkel. I'm dealing with my homebrew campaign today, Nashkel Homebrew on not Fancy Grounds, YouTube. Just search Svenster77, look at my playlist, and you'll see Sven's own homebrew. And as we wait for Fancy Grounds to finish doing what it's doing, so what had happened was this country to the south had made a couple tentative little terrorist-ish attacks, and so in response, Nashkel had brought down some, and the Sword Coast had brought down some mercenaries, uh, and so that's what the players have seen. They don't really have a whole lot more information. They don't really know what else is happening, and they did find some rumors, two rumors that they were asked to investigate if they had time. One was that there's a tower somewhere just to the south of the city where these that supposedly the magic casters can cast spells on the city itself. This is new magic that no one is really familiar with, but that's what the rumors say. So, and the other one was that there are some things under the city. There are rumors of a vast network under the city, and that within that network is a bunch of artifacts that could help. Tasty. All right. All right, so most of these are just extensions, so it's not really problematic. All right, cool. Close. All right, so this is clearly not big enough for you guys to read. Let me bump this up a little bit. Scale UI space. I'm gonna put it at 100. Boom. I'm not gonna be doing a lot of writing today. I'm mostly just gonna be doing some maps. So I want to take a look at my city. So let's go to a couple different things here. Let's first go to images and see what we have in our images. I'm going to search for the city. All right, so I do have maps. For whatever reason, they're not here yet. Maybe I haven't used them since we switched to Unity. So I'll go to my assets. I'm in all, but I could just be in images, doesn't matter. But there we go, that's what I was looking for. So let's go to overhead. Create image record. Now the cool thing is I can now tweak this, because one of the things that's always annoyed me is when they do that. North is down. Map making 101, folks. North is always up. So what I can do is I can click on this, go to my layers, and flip. There we go. All right, so there's our town. I don't know if let me see, notes. These are not in order. Why aren't they in order? I'm going to fix that real quick, folks, because it's annoying and more challenging. Go to your sidebar, click on the little options up here in the top right. Then you go to sidebar, and it opens up everything that's over here. So I'm going to clear. Now, some of these are in alphabetical order until you get to parcels is the only thing that's out of order. So we go boom. Oh, I take that back. Characters, classes, then encounters. Element OP. Parcels. Boom. Okay. Now it's over here. Now they're all there. And now they're in alphabetical order. So when I look for my notes, oh, there it is right there. And under N. Where it should be. All right. So these are some of the, this is for me. This is what I use. And I am going to go ahead and change the scale. I might put it back later, but for now, remember when you're always bumping this, messing with the scale, you do want to unlock your chat. If you remember, shrink it down a little bit, because if you overdo it, it'll be off the screen. Still not the end of the world, but there we go. All right, so a little bit easier to read for you guys at home, but these are some of the plots that I have. The Gray Bear, they killed somebody, but there was a group that ambushed them, and several of them escaped. Two of them escaped. And one of them has already tried to kill them by someone sending a demon after them. There's a green dragon that likes their bard, how their bard plays their instrument. They came across this ancient green dragon or adult green dragon um, when they were level 2, maybe 3, and were able to talk to it and get it. They played some music and entertained it, and now it has visited them again. It also brought one of their players to them. Sort of a little fun little aside. It also dropped this magical coffee house stagecoach thing, and so they've had that. Um, There are people in the city who are selling turtle shells. So turtles are basically humanoid turtles, like Ninja Turtles is what they look like. But Control X. And when they found out, because they were in a marketplace and this person had a stall with several turtle shells that they were selling as shields and things, um, they were surprised because they know what turtles are. They had spent some time on the island over there, but they didn't really follow up on it. So we'll see. Um, this one is now done. So accept was captured. So this mind flayer had captured a druid, would allow her magically to view exotic creatures like snow leopards and white owl bears and things, allow her to watch them, study them for an hour, and then would force her to wild shape into them. And then they would skin her for the skins, and then not make her change back. So because with a druid, those of you who don't know 5e, a druid has two pools of hit points. They have their normal hit points, and then when they transform into a beast, it's a totally separate hit points. And so they can go all the way down to 0 with their beast hit points, and then all they do is just revert back to their normal form. Um, so this mind flayer was collecting all these exotic pelts and selling them. Um, happened to be a friend of one of the party members who was the druid captured. They rescued her, but the bad guy got away. And so they still can go find him. We're done with these assets for the moment. We'll definitely be using those again. Um, where is my... Here it is. Burdusk. Burdisk? How do you pronounce it? Oh, he's in Fort Morning Lord. Okay, so all right, so he escaped, and now they're trying to. He actually wasn't even there. They've never even seen or run across him, so they don't know what he is or who he is exactly. I asked what the different characters wanted and what they wanted to do. Um, one of the players was given an ocarina by her deity, and she was supposed to find the one who was destined to play this. And that played out. It was a mithril dragon in the form of an Aarakocra. All right, so at this point, I think I need to talk to them again about two of them don't have any more long-term goals because their short-term goals have already been um, successful. So they've been completed. So need to get an idea of what they want to do going forward. All right, so I don't have any details in here about the artifact. I'm gonna go ahead and add it in here though. Under Nashkel. Okay. So I don't remember where I said I was hoping it would be in here. So let's go ahead and put it. That's the tower they're in right now, in the Burning Keep. All right. So I don't remember. Mage We Let Live. Which one was this? Ah, yes. Okay, Herrick. Yeah, there was a Nilbog who stole the main character's weapon. He has a bracelet of storing where he puts his great axe. He handcrafted it himself because he's a smith. Uh, and then he touches it to the bracelet and it shrinks down to the size of a charm. And he carries it on his bracelet and then he can retrieve it. Well, I was sleeping. Nilbog, oh, excuse me, stole a bracelet. So when he woke up, he didn't have his bracelet, didn't have his super special weapon. Followed him into this tunnels and into this network. Well, two different things were happening here. One, this mage had taken up residence up in the corner. All he was trying to do was study. There's access to this location is close to the elemental plane of fire. So there, he was doing some studies there and stuff. But in the section below was taken over by this cult, and there's this demon. I think I forget exactly what it is, elementals or demon or gate or something. On the other side, they searched a little bit of it, talked to him. The Nilbog was up where this mage was, uh, so they got the weapon back and they just left. So there's still that whole section of this underground complex where this cult or something is going on. All right, so I'm just looking here to see what other notes are here. Okay. I also have a list of deities by the way. I do this for my players. Uh, just basic little things that they would know. If somebody says Lolth, the players, because it's public, can look at this and say Lolth is the Spider Queen. Okay. Usually worshipped by Drow. Gotcha. Um, Baal is the god of murder. Assassins, those out for death. So they have an idea of some of these names. They've heard them. Tyr is the god of justice. The god of Torm. So things like that. They know more about others than they do. Like Lolth is just a name, but this is just common knowledge everybody would know, and they have access to it anytime they want. Okay, so what happened? Oh, I typed scale UI up here by mistake. There we go. Okay, I was like plot scale. What is that? Yeah, so I think. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have to wing it. I know it was in the back of it was a well close to a bar that they had seen this guy go down. One of the characters had watched this guy go down into this well and didn't come back. So, and looked down the well, it's empty. So there's clearly something going on with this well. All right, so I think I'm going to go with this area right here. Right here, so it's H9. H9. So in my images, I have them all sectioned out. So let's see if I have them here or if they're in my, nope. All right, so I got to go to my assets. Let's get a quote for the day, shall we? Those of you who ever watch live, just type exclamation point quote. What do you call a goblin who practices blood magic? A hemogoblin. And that is from Matha. All right, we go to images and we go SEC space. Hopefully by adding the space, it won't do things like secret and insect, stuff like that. But we'll see. All right, section H. Let's take a look at this. Is this the one we want? No. So this is from a book from 70s, maybe 78. It's from it's called The Invincible Overlord, City of the Invincible Overlord. I was looking to see where the actual book is, because I might be able to find it better, but let's see. All right, what am I looking for? Here's this. Okay, so that goes section BB is close. This section is right here. This is it. This covers these two buildings. This rectangle right here. I want the one next to this one. All right, so what I'm looking for is a long building. Let's zoom in here. Let's see. Okay, so that's like a courtyard in between all of them. Yeah, I may have to go to the book because, all right, so this part is the one below it. So I found this part, this part, this part, everything except this little section right here. All right, so let's go to the book real quick and so I can get that right section. See, that is it. Boom, boom, boom. I was looking for the copyright on here. I don't see where it says the copyright. See, this is the actual map here. 1987 is when this map was drawn. So, all right, so section I'm looking for is H6. H6. No, it's not. It is H9. H7. H9, section AA. Okay. AA is here. Do I want that one or do I want the one above it? Because AA has a lot of buildings. There's not a whole lot of spaces for a well. All right, so let's take a look at the one below it, which this one. So I've actually used this one already. I had a sewer grate right here. So we don't want to do this one. So what if we go the opposite way, this way? Section BB. Have it be like here. So where is, so here's BB, ta-da. And let's see here. We have an undertaker, cabinet makers, bakery, blacksmith, private residence. A general store. Meat and cheese. School of Writing. Okay, so yeah, this will work. What's in 454? It's a memorial court filled with over 20 statues and memorials of famous people from the city-state's history. And it's a big giant theater. Okay, so we're gonna go with this. What's 452? It's a grain mill, okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put, this is section BB. Create the image record. Now to match what is north, let's see, zoom out. So we go to our layers again, we click on here, and this needs to be flipped. So click, 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 click. There you go, that's north. There we go. All right, so the well is going to be, all right, so let's go to our story entries, go to story. Now I have a crap ton of stuff, lots of modules open, tons of different things all over the place. So it gets a little bogged down. So what I do is I have up here, I have Wednesdays. And that way it's right up at the top. So click, boom, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and create an item. So you right click within the storyline. Again, make sure you're in the right group that you want to be in. On the top line, I'm going to put under Nashkel. And then correct was not the one who saw it. Let's see. So what the other character who had seen the well, I'm going to say it's by the blacksmith. Because the blacksmith needs water and access to water quite a bit. So we're just going to say the blacksmith has a well just outside his place. But it's actually there for everybody. So let's see, 330. I'm just looking at my map here. So if you go to play, so we'll zoom in a bit, lock it. Here's our blacksmith. So 330 is the blacksmith, 31 is the private residence, and 32 is the bakery. So all right, so let's go ahead and fix up this map a little bit. I'm going to put my notes in here. The well. Dun, dun, dun. If we put Control 2, that makes it a section heading. All right, so this is H. This is J. 11 or 12. Oh, it's over here. Okay. 10. In J10, section BB. The wall has a secret entrance. That leads to an underground tunnel, underground river. So the river is surrounded, or the river flows through rocks with no land on either side. The secret tunnel leads to a platform dock with 2 boats. Along each wall is a rope 2 feet above the water, held aloft by a series of iron loops. The passengers can pull the boats using the ropes. Okay, so point is they go down, they get in a boat, they take themselves wherever it leads. There's one boat. Um, but it is clear that there is space for another. A second mode. And so what I'll do then is I'll go in and I'll, if I can't find a picture, I'll at least put in some more description in here so I can share it in the chat. But let's go ahead and fill in this map real quick. With some stuff. So let's go to close here, go to our assets. We're going to be working with this map now. So I'm going to go ahead and put down scale UI so I can have some more room for my assets and more room for other stuff. So if you press up on the up arrow, it brings back the last thing you typed. I'm going to go down to 90. And then I'm going to link under Nashkel to here because and then down here as well, boom, under Nashkel. So I have an idea of where things are and where to find them. I can also look at my story. All right, come on. Waiting for the fancy crowds. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Get my map bigger so I can see. All right, so here we go again. All right, so what we're looking at is we are looking. Whoosh. Can I get it to show? Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? No, I can't. Okay. We're looking at that. I know what I can do. I can pull up the. Now that I made a record, I can go here to the images because now it's there. We're locking it, locking and popping and locking and popping. All right, this is what it looks like. Okay. So we're going to make this look something like this. We do want the numbers and everything else, so we're going to leave most of the buildings the same. They added this temple, Soon Temple. Let's see. Hanali Silanal. What is that? Let me look at my notes for my deities. Right. So Hanali Silanal is a and then soon is the beauty. Yep. Passion beauty and then it's okay. So a couple temples here and that's fine. So what we want to do is let's go into our assets first. We're going to start with these roads. We need dirt. All right, so we need some dirt for these roads that go around. So what we're going to do with this guy is we're going to minimize it. Right click on the map and it makes a little bubble which you can then move around and put wherever you want. And as soon as I click it, it'll pop open again. That way I don't have to keep looking for it. You could also stick it down below in your hotbar. So what I want is I want dirt. So I'm going to go to all. And I'm just going to type in dirt. Get a little drinky drink. So you can see you have a couple different choices. Could just go with a dirt road and just draw it. All right. Apologize for the delays, folks. If you're still with me, thank you. I appreciate you very much. I do broadcast this game, by the way, so if you're interested in seeing how it plays out, make sure you stop by on Wednesdays uh, and check down below for the exact your time, my time. It is 6:30 to 9:30 every Wednesday. Um, you can also make sure you follow me on Twitch and you get that little notification every time I go live. Um, and of course, if you want to see how they got to this point, go to Sven Zone. Go to Svenster77 on YouTube, search it, and look for my playlist. This is the Nashkel Homebrew. So let's try the dirt road. Let's try the road and see if that will work for us. So we're going to go to our paint, add our paint in the paint layer, and we're going to call it road. Click on it, make sure we have it selected, and then we're going to drop the road here. Boom. All right. So first of all, see, those of you who watch the show know I made the first mistake. You gotta throw in on your grid. So I won't be using this as a battle map. This is just an overhead map. So what I'm going to do is check out what the grid looks like. Come on, turn on. And let's go to green. Okay, why can't I see the grid, folks? That's weird. I've never had this happen before. I can always see the grid. Turn it on or you turn it off? What's happening? That's, well, I don't understand. Hmm. Let me change grid type. All right, let's go to our other, let's go to a different image and go to, look at map. Um, okay, I can see it on this one. Okay, so this is section BB. I'm just going to close it. Go to images. Go to grid. And it's not here. I'm so confused. What do I have wrong? Let me see. Yeah, all those are correct. Grid snap is on. Wow, I don't understand what's happening. Let me look at the other. Because it shouldn't matter. I mean, I can even have something like this, which is clearly not a map, and I can still go to grid, show the grid, and it'll show the grid. I have never had this happen before, guys. So let's see. Let me go. I don't understand what's wrong. I don't understand what's happening. Let me change it to 75. Aha! I see something. Is it really that big? So that's the problem? Is that this grid was tiny, tiny? Is this image so huge? 200. That's what it was. For some reason, this image is huge. Okay, gotcha. We'll put the grid back where it was. Thank you. I'm going to change it back to black. Well, that's white. Well, let's go to black. Wow. Okay. So at least now we know more about what's going on. We'll change it back down to, let's try 150. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at these images then, because if they're that big, I don't want it taking up that much room in my computer. Just for a simple line drawing. All right, so get back to our road paint layers. Now we figured out what the problem. So I said I'd never seen that before. Okay. We can actually go ahead now that we know we have an idea of what we're looking at. We can go ahead and get rid of this grid, make it not visible. Okay, now painting, grab our dirt road. So a brush goes all the way to the top and bottom. And what that does is it allows you to draw a continuous line. Okay, so right now it is 0.8 wide by 1 high. Okay, so we want to be bigger. Let's see, we'll go ahead and bring it up to there. Okay. So we'll take and we're going to actually start down here at the bottom. No, we're going to start right here at the start. So when you're dealing with these images, ignore the image itself. You want to focus on where the actual quill, tip of the quill touches, and that's where it's going to start drawing. So it's going to start drawing there, and there we go. We have our thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out, and what I'm going to do, you have a choice. You can either, if it's going to be crooked line, you can click and hold the whole thing, and then when you let go, it'll stop drawing. In my case, I'm going to click it and then just have it go, because this is a straight line. This is going all the way down. Come on, there we go. Straight road all the way down to the bottom of the map. Click and escape. Okay, and then I'm going to have all right, let's go back to our map here and see what it is that we're looking at. We can open this up as well. Let's take a look at what we're looking at, shall we? Here we go. All right, actually, so what I just drew is a wall. It's a city wall. All right, so my bad. I don't know what the hell that was. Sorry. I embarrassed myself. Okay, so we're going to erase this. So I could move it, but in this case, I'm just going to erase the whole thing. Make it a little bigger. Goodbye. All right. Click on our road again. Click on our line. Got our brush. So this time it's here. Okay. And the road over here, this is what we're dealing with right now. And it curves and goes around. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I'm actually going to start it. I think I'm going to start it here. Draw it over here. To the center. Click. And then turn. Click. I didn't click again. Escape. Dadgummit. Dagnabbit. Let's see, where's the race? Okay. Oops. That's cancel. That's line. Okay. And we're going to go all the way down to here. And again, you click and then turn. We'll go to here. Escape. And then we'll go Looking at the size of the road to see how much we want to change. We're going to go here, come up, click, and now I should, in theory, be able to bring it smaller. Perfect. Click. Just happened. Didn't click where I clicked it. Okay. Escape. Erase. There we go. All right, so now we'll just draw the new line. We'll just draw the new road. All right, so there's our road going around, and then we'll make a bigger road. Actually, this is a small road. Well, so while we've got the small road, we'll go click, 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 escape, and then we'll make a bigger road. Using control and the mouse wheel, you can go up. You can also type in the dimensions if you want. So we're going to go overlap it a bit, just a smidge. Boom. Really? Okay. Erase. Okay. Drawer. Thank you. Drawing our road. Click. Escape. Okay. Now, go to our dirt. And we can go here. Poof. Poof. We go to our stamp. And we just add some dirt. We're going to increase the size a little bit. I'm actually going to throw this sucker down because he's solid. There we go. We'll actually leave it the way it is. Well, no, I'm going to bring it up a little bit. All right, so there's our roads. Got our basic roads drawn in here. Now we'll go to the wall. Let's see. I want a stone wall. So let's just see what happens if I put stone wall. Okay. We have some pretty nice stone walls. So this is interior, so it's one side. So we can do something like this if we wanted to. Or we can go with the actual stone wall here. I'm liking or we have white, plain stone walls. We also have this one, which is pretty cool. It has a little walkway. Just looking at all of our options here. Okay. And while I'm here looking at my buildings, seeing if any of these match the buildings that are on here. I think I'm gonna throw these down. Throw a couple of these down for my temples while I'm here. Not what I intended to do, but that'll work. All right, so we're done with our road. So let's go ahead. I want to have a couple different layers. So we're gonna go with. Do we want paint or do we want just to be a layer? Just gonna have it be a layer. So we're gonna unselect that. Let's see, there we go. I'm just gonna throw on, I'm just gonna put some, let's go with this. I like this one. I'm gonna throw him, we could just throw him on the map and tweak it. Or we could drop it in and tweak it. Let's go to the layers, and I'm just gonna throw it on the map. Okay. Now I have this. So while this is selected, we're gonna turn it the way we want it turned, and we're gonna zoom in, select it again, move it to where I want it, bring this down. If you hold control, it'll let you move it and slide it where you want it to go. All right, so we're gonna bring it out a little bit. Whoa, move the wrong one, I grabbed the wrong one. All right, perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take, you could take this, duplicate it, and just flip it. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take it, duplicate it down here, duplicate it, take that copy, flip it again, and then move it down. Boom. Hold control. Boom. And then we're going to take these. There we go. There's our temples. So going back to, just a second here, folks. So let's see. All right, so now we have that. So we're still looking for our stone wall. So let's go with the this guy. I like him. It's structured enough. This one's pretty darn good too, though. Let's see. I'm gonna go with this one. So now we're gonna go back to our painting layer. We're gonna go back to add another painting layer. We could add it to our roads layer as well, but I think I'd rather have a separate one just for the wall, in case I decide to change it later or whatever the case. Wall. we're in paint, we're in line. We throw this here, boom, that's our brush. As you can see, it's really small. This is the height. I want it to be, looks to be about 1.5 wide. Want to maintain the aspect lock. There you go, perfect. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take them again, we're going to draw here. And hold down the click mouse wheel. And we're going to go all to move the map. All the way down, straight down. Click. Escape. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We're going to duplicate it. We're going to take the copy. We're going to open up the colors. I'm going to drop this 0, 0. This is about 75. Okay. And then we take the copy. Come on. I should have that color. Okay. Oh, now we go to our layers. Wall. So now we do what we just did. Select it. 0, 0, 75. Okay. And then we take come it, click it. Where'd our, what in the world is going on, folks? What just happened? Okay, take the copy, tint. This is not that difficult, folks. I don't know why it's being a challenge. This goes to 75, and this goes to 100, the opacity. You now zoom in, and you take the wallets, the copy, say okay, and now we put it underneath. Actually, no, we'll put it here. And then we'll take this, we slide it, and now we put it underneath. Boom. All right, so it gives you shadow. Shadow of the wall. Boom. Now we go back to our paint. See, so we have a shadow of the wall. So we go back to our roads because we forgot this area down here. Now that we're done with our stone wall, we go back to dirt. Slap on our dirt. And we have a nice little wall, little dirt path, which is perfect for what we want. So we go click, straight down, click, click, oops, click, there we go, escape. Now if we look at our original, this one just goes down to here and sort of stops. So we'll bring it up just a little bit. We're going to have this go from here down to about here. Escape. And all right, look at our dirt. What other dirt do we have on these other pages? Okay, cool. Okay, let's bring this down just a smidge. Oh, I think we were wider. That's why we could see them all before. There we go. Now we can see them all. Okay, so here's our roads. Here's our wall. We're going to have some more dirt up here around him. I'm not really worried about that yet. Let's go ahead and go with our grass. Grass, boom. See what we've got here. I'm probably just going to do a large tile. But I have yet to decide exactly how I want to do this. So I can go for something like this, which has some little granulations and different things. Makes it look a little bit cooler. Or I can go with these basic grasses. Grassy knolls. Not to be confused with the animal knolls. I can also make them smaller and just put pat, 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 pat. Decisions. I like sort of like this one. It's darker. All right, so I'm trying to think if I can how the easiest way to do this. You know what? I'm just going to make an effects layer. And all I'm going to do is just change the color. We will give me a second, folks. So by making an effects layer, I can then reveal or hide certain areas. So let's go ahead and go to, we will enable the mask and we will reveal area. So let's see what it looks like. Change colors. Let's see. Okay, so we want green. But we want it like a darker green. Pretty much blue is what we want. So we want to turn down the brightness. There we go. Nice dark green. Add a little bit of red. Looking for more of a browner green. There we go. All right, so there you go. So we're still in the reveal area stage. So we can just go to all this section. Boom. This is all green. And if you hold Alt, you can then draw, maybe you can draw, I can't, but you can then draw the section you want. Wow, that was terrible. There we go. Sorry I'm being so silent, guys. Just mentally trying to. Oh, hello. Forgot to press the Alt. So again, you hold on Alt, click, trace it. Boom. That way you have your little grassy knolls, grassy areas. They're not knolls, but that's okay. Oops. All right, so what this is going to do is it's just giving some flavor to this white map. Lets them know. And I've said this many a time because it is very true. I have to be careful because this is a rabbit hole I can go down. I can, so much more you can do. You could definitely put the tiles underneath here. You could do a lot. Let's see. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. The cool thing about this effects layer is if you don't like the fact that it bleeds over onto the wall, onto the road, boom, just put it under the road. See, and then you can just go and just fill in the rest of the spots because it's under the road. That's what I should have done in the first place. I just didn't think about it till just now. All right, so boom. So for the buildings, right now I'm just gonna leave them the way they are. I like having the numbers. I might go back over and put like these type of stone walls around them. We will see. All right, so now I want to hide area. I want to hide this paddock area. And okay, boom, boom, boom. So let's go ahead and fix the rest of these. Now we go back to reveal. So just keep in mind you're revealing the mask, which is the green. And in this, we're going to go ahead and just zip down, boom. Again, because we threw it under the road, you can't see it. All right, down here, if we wanted to, we could. All right, so the wall is way up top, so that's fine. We want it because it's under the wall as well. So this whole section is just going to be green. There we go. All right, so boom, quick, easy. That's the fastest and easiest way. You can do the same thing with these. Just bring a tile over there and just make multiple copies of the tile and stuff. What I am going to do though is just take something like this, go to the paint layer. I'm going to add a new paint layer. Oops, that's effects. I don't want effects. Delete. I'm just going to call it grass. Can we change this? We can change this. Okay, so this is grass color, and then this is grass. We have it selected. I'm going to take this and we're going to go way down on the opacity, bring it down to about, let's say 100. Then we're going to bring it up. So we're just going to slap, let's see. Bring it down even more, I think. We want this to be really subtle. 75. Maybe even more. 50. There you go. So it's just really subtle. The thing is it's right against these. There's nothing else here. We need to make sure we have stamp. So we're going to do using shifts, twist it a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to take this. Same thing, bring it all the way down to 50. This time we're going to make it a little bigger. We're going to overlap a little bit. All we're doing is just trying to break up the monotony of this grass. And then we'll take this one. we're going to take this guy, we're going to bring him down to 50, see what it looks like. Rotate him, flip him. Anything else of interest? Let's see. These two look almost the same. Oh, this has a shadow, this one doesn't. Okay. We'll throw this one down without the shadow. And again, bring it down to 50. We're just breaking up the monotony. Spin. All right, so there we go. There's our grass. Got our area, and it's not quite as monotonous as it was before. We have our wall, we have our road, we have our grass sections. We can still see the buildings and stuff. What I eventually plan on doing is just turning this off. And so we will have our map drawn. I can also turn down the visibility. So if we for all, go to layer, go here, and bring down the opacity so that it's goes away, that type of thing. So it's like just a shadow of what it once was. So there's a couple different things you can do as you continue on with your map. If you don't like the white, again, you can even just change the color, whatever background you want. But the point is, I now have a little bit more flavor on my map, so that when they look at it, they can see, okay, this is the area, this is what's going on. Couple temples, couple things. There are roofs used like this, these things, so you can put in here. There's also buildings that you can just slap on here, depending on if you put a city, want to build a cityscape. So lots of different ways, lots of different things in Fantasy Grounds. If you have Map Pack, the Art Pack subscription, it's $5 a month, and it gives you access to everything they've ever made. So it is really nice. I find it's definitely worth it. I don't pay, if you pay for the one-time subscription to Fantasy Grounds, you're not paying for Fantasy Grounds anyway after that initial one-time cost. So I find it very affordable. $5 a month is for as much as I use it. It's definitely worth it. But you can also just buy the city map pack, or if you're going to be doing something like this on a regular basis. Another trick, if you're going to be doing something like this on a regular basis, I have all these other sections I need to draw that you saw in my images. So What? Where'd the rest of them go? Oh, it was here, my assets. Um, images, SEC space. So I have this entire giant map, the map that we've been looking at, the color map, is all these different sections that I also need to, well, I don't need, but eventually I'm going to color like this. Like, there you go. So all of those 33 different maps that I want to do this with. So if I was going to sit down and knock some of this out, then I would go through and just put like the road that I used into my hotkey, put the wall that I used into the hotkey. So that way I'm using the same one for every time. There's not a lot of confusion and stuff. So, um, okay, cool. So I'm happy with this. I like it. Next time I'll start building the underground. So the underground tunnel waterway is going to lead to another dock that and another passage. They take that boat and then bring the other boat back. Um, let's see. Yeah, so I think we are done for now. Yeah, I think I'm done for now. I'm going to leave it the way it is. And later on, like I said, I might go in and make changes to this, but uh, it's good enough for what I'm looking to do. So I'm satisfied with that. Uh, you could, if I wanted to be exact, reveal this so that you don't see it there. So it's white there and stuff like that, but I don't care at this point in time. Um, so thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching. My light died again. Not sure what's going on with that. But like, subscribe, do all that happiness. But whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.